Okay, let's see. First, I have to make a small adjustment. Whoops. Like this. And then a small adjustment like this. Stuff this over in a corner where I can keep an eye on it. And... back to Hyrule. Ruled over by this fine feller here. You're the wizard that finally gets the win on this difficulty. I wonder if I could even repeat this victory. It's hard, man. It's also cold. Temperature dropped the other day and it's been brutal. It's actually not when it sits at a temperature for a prolonged time that's hard. It's when it suddenly drops. That's when it's hard. Okay. Sure. Let me see. Yes. Okay, yeah, definitely make that happen. I see. Anything that's on the production of housing, I am suspicious of. Perhaps it needs to move along. Alright, looks like I'm running out of cash. I just wanted to spend everything as much as possible. I'm not going to remember where everything's moving towards again. What a pain. I don't think it matters, though. We're already researching the spell of mastery. What more could possibly matter? I really don't see any way somebody turns the game on me in 45 turns. Even if the Myrran wizard started casting the spell of mastery, he'd probably just get banished again before he could finish it. The way his game's been going. Alright. Next. Well, I'd really like to just keep tossing, Blech. Not the life force I'm used to. I'd really just like to keep casting Stream of Life and Prosperity everything. That would be happiness for me. Ah, that and being able to make trees and hills, that would be happiness. But I guess you can't have everything. Go that way. Hey, Oni, how's it going? Alright, the paladins are distributing themselves. Not sure why I have these two beetles here. Well, let's go visit Taigo, which isn't even being guarded. No sawmill for you, huh? Just trade goods and call it a day. Alright, here you go. You get your very own beetle. As for the rest of you, move it. There is more to conquer. Bring me that horizon. Oh, glad to hear it. I'm doing quite well myself. I figure we'll see what's in the Myrran plane as soon as I've bopped the last of green and purple out of the game. There's not gonna be space up there for you, but go! Head on up. Pursue your dreams, even if they're not to be. Alright, let's purchase random buildings. Foresters Guilds are good. Temples, fine. Yeah, just keep building. Sure, you can have one of those. Yeah, that's all my cash. Maybe not. Maybe I still had some cash. Okay, there we go. Just keep purchasing everything. 40 turns. Wait a minute. What am I doing with my magic? Hello, what's that? Wait a minute. Did I say 40 turns? I meant 17. That's gonna be an annoying fight there. What's this speed bump? Bonk. Ah, very good. Meld. I should send a guard over there, shouldn't I? Probably. It prevents people from just taking it. I mean, it's not much of a defense, but, you know, you do what you can. Lucky? No, that was kind of the whole build, was being able to break it with a chosen one. And then to spread cities. And, I learned a lot more about the chosen one event. Or, I mean, the Soul Trapped event, and I've come to the conclusion it is sheer bullshit, and I don't know what they were thinking when they put it in the game. It is such garbage. Everything I learned about it just made it worse. They don't attack the AIs. They spawn only near the players' cities, and nowhere else. It's literally just screw the player. Like, what? Why? Why? Why is this one of the options? But if you're strong enough to beat them, you get all kinds of cash and prizes and or Halcon. Except they always spawn right outside your reach. It's just a super obnoxious event. Oh yeah, I should probably distribute those. Come on, give me more buildings to buy. Hey, Enterprise! Yeah, I was a little bit late. I was in the bathtub when my alarm rang to start the stream, and I went, oh no! So, you know. Me and my poor time management. Okay, go over here. I don't remember who does and doesn't have a paladin right now, but I bet that city don't. And I bet that one don't. Pretty sure that one don't. Okay. We do not know what's been happening in the Myrran Plain yet, but we'll be heading there very soon. I've only got I'm not sure how many cities Green has left. Cherie has at least this one, maybe another. Maybe. I think there might be one here-ish. Anyway, once we've knocked her out, we're gonna go probably for this portal. As for the Chosen One, well, Purple declared war on me, so he's gonna give Purple a right thrashing. Yeah, that's correct. They do not, as far as I can tell. Not even slightly. Maybe there's a few of them that spawn in Myrran Plain regardless. I don't know. Wish I had a combat summon right about now. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh no, I have been webbed. No, let me cast spells! It doesn't let me cast spells on turns when my unit is webbed? Oh. Well, that's not right. I was gonna give you heroism, but I guess I'd better go with invulnerability first. Okay, now let's put up the heroism. I'm not entirely sure what else I could do to toughen you up. Well, I guess I can always put holy armor on, that's fair. Ooh, I could do high prayer. Alright. Well, that went well. Life mages. You just keep stacking buff upon buff. Alright, this city should be revolting now. What picks would I give Saruman? Saruman the White. Saruman of many colors. I think in this game, there's an orc one. He'd have to have that. Let me think. He's gonna have Artificer. He's gonna have... For some reason, I want to say Sorcery? Books? Maybe Archmage? Maybe? Definitely Artificer and the Orc one, though. Those are the only two I'm pretty certain of. There are more, huh? We will find what cities you still hold, and we will take them from you. Alright. It says I will 100% die. Is that so? Hey there, Rory! Ah... After this fight, whoops. That actually hurt me a lot. Alright, one sec. I'm gonna go with a heal. Because you can't dispel a heal. Shit. Forgot my endurance. Those fireballs hurt. If I lose him here, it's actually gonna really suck. I'd lose all the artifacts permanently, and it would just... Okay, I think we're okay. Alright. I'm gonna go with heal. And I'm gonna go with another heal. I know, invulnerability is tempting, but... the way he's throwing dispels every turn. Alright. Somebody just got banished! You might need that, and maybe that, and maybe that, and then you can do that. Oh, probably a slinger and a shaman. Yeah, those would probably do you some good. Get those. Bop. Well, I guess we'll head towards B-Town. Visit Dr. B's. Oop, did you finish your road? Cool. Alright, I guess you need to go there so you can road up north. Oh, another road complete. Good work. I suppose the next one goes to High Crown. Boop. Yeah, one. It's possible. Maybe there's enough room for 2 more cities. I don't know. Oh, right. Yes, of course. I have a spell to cast. Thought I had a spell to cast. Did I already place it? Oh, I did. Okay. Yes. Very good. Yes, yes. Quite. I will add in another stream of life. I saw a trailer today, and my interpretation of it is I think it's what happens when you win a cultural victory in Civilization. I'll pull it up in a second. Let me just waste my cash. You can't take my money from me by taking my cities if I don't have any! Okay, I think we've spent it all. Yes. Let me see. Should be under... here's where I stowed it. There you go. It's a game as American as wasabi pie. What do I think about the new Civ? A fantastic question that I'll get to after I finish this turn. I've seen a tiny bit of it and talked about it a little bit on Discord. North. 25 sounds good. Go for that. Yes! We actually can fit all the settlers. Huzzah! Into Jolly Shire with you. You guys are probably supposed to go off and help defend someplace else. but, honestly, I don't think it's gonna matter a whole lot at this point. There it is! Ooh, I guess we're gonna have to fight this one out ourselves. Orcomancer requires death. But you know what? Saruman could have death or even chaos books. No, not chaos. He's big into order. He's not the type who'd dabble with chaos. Well, maybe dabble, just a little. He'd think himself wise enough. I don't know why. I feel like he would have sorcery. He could have a touch of death. He could have a touch of life as well. Are you gone yet? You still exist? How do you still exist? There's no way. Where could the last green city be? I don't think there's enough space here. This won't work. But we'll check. Ah, there could be one over here still. Yeah, we'll have to check there. How annoying. I want to get to the Myrran plane, but, you know, we're still 13 turns away from me having the Spell of Mastery. Yeah, I can do wonders with a slinger. What's that? I don't know. His power was his voice. Beware his voice. I don't know what that would fall under. When he speaks through someone. He's got strange powers. Oops. What a shock. It's gonna be hard to hold these cities. His armies are numerous, but if I bop them all away... Okay. This one goes away. That one goes bye-bye next. Deal with that one. Yay, Jollyshire! You're now happy. Because we said you were. And you wouldn't want to contradict me now, would you? I need mass Stream of Life. I need Stream of Life as a global. Ah. Yeah, we definitely need to connect that. Oh yeah. We've got paladins to distribute. when there's a paladin in every home, it's going to be very difficult for someone to take any of these cities from me. Heroism, Lionheart, and all that, it's actually very difficult to defeat my paladins. Alright. It's just possible there could be a city there. I'll go that way first. And let's buy more buildings! Another spending spree. Yeah. After that, you'll want to do that. Sure. You... Oh, yeah, you need all the things. Do I still have money? I feel like I've spent too much. Oh, well. No, don't build that. That's stupid when you have life magic. Spent enough cash. Alright, the new civilization! Oh, hold on a sec. So, I don't think I'll like it as much as I like the older ones, like Civ 4 with mods, but I definitely want to give it a try at some point. The ideas are really weird. Like, you'll be changing your civilization every age. Every age, your civilization will just transform into a different civilization. It's very strange. Very strange idea, and it feels board gamey. The trailer does, in a way that I can't really explain. Like, I don't know why it feels board gamey to me. It just kind of does somehow. But anyway, I'd like to give it a try. Those are my thoughts on it, primarily. Alright, good old brainwashing to increase the GDP. 11 turns. Just 11. Well, he's lost his capital twice to neutrals, so I'm pretty sure he's not having a good game. But we'll know soon. We're almost done with, why did you stop? Keep going. Build road. Why are you trying to go around? Fine, just sit still. I don't know what your dysfunction is, but... Alright. Ah! That! Is that your last city? Is it? Is it? Alright. You've lost 3 armies in the last 2 turns. I'm going to pick up Greenshire. I'm going to pick up all your cities. I think you're a very tiny, irrelevant power. And once I've done away with you, I'm going to the Myrran Plain. How many cities can you possibly have left? Not many, I'll wager. Wonder where they're all going. I should give gifts to Red so he doesn't declare war on me, because I don't want to put up with that. This portal right there. Right there. Let's see. Hello, good friend Kali. Think you'd like the chainmail of Arcanus, and some cash? Wow, that does very little. Almost nothing. There you go. I'm just giving you a gift, just hoping that we don't get into a fight, honestly. I don't want to fight anyone. I've had enough blood, thanks. Crap. She didn't cease to exist. There's another city somewhere. I'll find it and I'll smish it. Get out of here. I'm going through the... Oh shit, that looks dangerous. That looks very dangerous. Let's be careful here. Charismatic! You're right! He'd have charismatic. Warlord, I'm iffy on. He has to have Artificer. He's the Ringmaker. He calls himself Ringmaker, and he made his own ring. That's an Artificer. The Orcomancy, I don't know, that's optional, but I feel like we have to make a nod to the fact that he bred his own flavor of orc. That was his most potent accomplishment in the novels. Making up a new kind of orc. So he's got to be able to do something with orcs specifically, and there's not a lot there. Yeah, Saruman. Saruman the Ringmaker. Yes, that is correct. So, in the novels, when Gandalf confronts Saruman, and Saruman goes, I'm no longer Saruman the White, I'm Saruman of many colors! He goes through this big spiel about how great and powerful he is, and he says he's a ringmaker, and he made a ring for himself that is not one of Sauron's rings. It's his own. It empowers his voice. This is his ring, and yeah, he totally wants to be the next Sauron. Like that's his life goal, is to be just like Sauron, to get his hands on the One Ring and basically take Sauron's place. Yeah, he made at least one ring. We can assume it's probably lesser than the one Sauron made, but yeah, no, he did. Saruman was a major character in the books. He was a big deal. He's basically the same species as Sauron, by the way. Sauron, Gandalf, Saruman, they're all the same species. I think Saruman might have even had I might be mixing this up, but I think Saruman might have even had the same teacher as Sauron back in the Undying Lands or whatever. Like, I think they actually might have been disciples of the same guy originally. Which is why Saruman falls into the same traps as Sauron. Most people don't know what Sauron's motives are. Why did he make the rings? What was he doing? He actually has a whole... He's not just being evil to be evil. He actually has a whole thing. But they're not... Most of it isn't really in the Lord of the Rings. It's in, like, the Silmarillion and other places. But, oh, doggone it. It's a tiny little island that's absurdly resource-rich. I want to search the plane. But, let's finish what we've started. It won't take long. Just a few more turns and we'll have this done. In Lord of the Rings, making a ring is a really big deal. They're all legendary artifacts. They're all legendary. He made a legendary artifact. Most of the great artifacts are from past ages. Actually. There's not many people that can make shit anymore. By the time Lord of the Rings gets around, magic has gotten pretty weak and thin. But let me put it this way. To describe to you just how ridiculous a ring is, you know that the ring wraiths basically became immortal things tied to Sauron. Like, you know a few of the rings, but it's my understanding that when the one ring gets broken, all the elves have to leave the Earth because their species is no longer capable of surviving in Middle-earth. When the one ring is broken, the amount of magical power it has and what it's providing to the land is so extreme. So when Elrond's saying the ring has to be destroyed, he knows that it's the end of his people. They can no longer live in Middle-earth when it's destroyed. Like, these are legendary super artifacts in that world. We're so spoiled as gamers. We're just like, haha, a ring of invisibility? Oh, that's nothing. But the One Ring isn't a ring of invisibility. That's not what it does. I'm not entirely clear on exactly how the rings work, because I know some of them do have some attributes and things. But it's my understanding that the rings enhance what you already are. So you give a ring to somebody and it makes them better, magically better at what is already like their spirit, their essence, what they are. So in the case of Bilbo the burglar, and later Frodo and Gollum, it seems to make you invisible. It makes you better at stealth. Being sneaky, being unnoticed. Because that's actually the big thing about hobbits in Lord of the Rings is they go unnoticed. They can sneak up to a dragon and steal their treasure. Sauron doesn't know what a hobbit is. He can't find his ring. Where is his ring? Well, it's in the hands of hobbits, which go unnoticed. But if you gave the ring to Gandalf, it wouldn't be a ring of invisibility in Gandalf's hands. He would become so much more with it in his hand. If you gave it to, just basically whoever you give it to, and as I said, it seems to be a spiritual thing. What it is that is the essence of what you are. I wish I could talk to Tolkien and ask him what would happen if you gave Gimli the ring. Like, would he just become a really super warrior? What would happen? But my time machine's still at the mechanic getting repairs. Needed a big tune-up, so can't ask right now. Yeah, charismatic is a hit. Charismatic, you're absolutely right. Saruman would have charismatic. Absolutely, 100% with you on that. No. Morgoth was the evil deity, basically. I think Morgoth was in Middle-earth. Morgoth is a higher order of being. And Morgoth also made a ring. There's a reason Sauron learned how to make rings. Basically, ring making was, Morgoth made a ring. And I don't know what the hell his ring is. It doesn't show up in the stories. It's one of those legendary, super ridiculous artifacts. But it doesn't show up in the stories. Sauron modeled his rings after Morgoth's ring. And tried to take it further and develop it further. And then Saruman is the next one doing the ring making, modeling them after Sauron. And he thinks he's going to take it even further, presumably. But things don't work out for him in the end. Tolkien was a freaking madman. He spent so much time thinking through his world, literally writing the Elven language and other craziness. It's hard to find a fantasy series that has as much thought put into it. Oh. Hey, The Hobbit's the best one! The Hobbit is so much fun. It's my favorite. No. Saruman is absolutely a leader. He is absolutely a wizard at the top. As I said, he was setting himself up to literally take the place of Sauron. He was commanding armies. No way you could demote him to hero. Well, I told you, this game is absurdly high-level magic. Like, this is... I mean, the crap going on in this game is, stuff that would have happened in, like, their first age. And the end game magic is crazy. Beyond anything. Where's your final city? I just want to end this war. I've got the Spell of Mastery in my pocket at this point. Maybe I can just ignore you and just jump into the Myrran Plain now. That might be how we do. Oop. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to stop casting spells. I'm going to stop buying buildings. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Aura of Majesty, yeah. Sorcery. Aura of Majesty, that's definitely something he would cast. I think he has more sorcery books than that. Also, you won't be able to get Aura of Majesty on one sorcery book easily. You'd need more than one if you were to guarantee it as a pick. He's definitely not a hero. He's absolutely, there's no way he's a hero. There's absolutely no way. He lives in a tower. He commands giant armies. He's practically the archetype they built for this game. They built this game around. There's no way he's not a leader of a faction. Morgoth's ring exudes all evil in the world. It's gonna be some absurd super artifact. It's gonna be at least on the level of the Silmarils, if not exceeding it. Tim the Enchanter, Ash. Oh, you're gonna let Tim be a leader. And Ash? Ash feels like he should be a hero. One that's absolutely ridiculous. He must have an impossible level of resistance. Because I swear, he'll literally get sucked into the Necronomicon and just crawl back out. Whatever the hell that trap was. Alright. Sword of Truth by Terry Goodkind. Yes, I had the misfortune to read through half that series. There were some really interesting ideas, but I do not have a good opinion of it as a franchise. Once in a while, one of the books would be actually a really good book if it was in a vacuum. But when you think about it in relation to the other books in the series, I swear, he just... I try not to judge things based on the author, but this author, he felt he didn't write fantasy novels. No, that was beneath him. He wrote, I don't know, frickin' parables or something. I don't know what he thought he was writing. It's been a while since I read the quote. I just remember being like, whoa, the arrogance of this guy is insane. But anyway, as I said, it had some cool ideas in it. It actually did. And a couple of the novels were pretty good. Man, though. Where the hell is your final city? Alright, we should just go to the Myrran Plain. If we're going to check it out, we should go now. I've got the Spell of Mastery, and it only takes infinity turns to cast, so, you know. Wait a minute, that's not right. It takes about 50 turns to cast. That's a lot. That's a really long time. To Bremendale. Pillars of Creation. I don't remember. Was that one of the books or what? It's been a very long time since I read it, by the way. Okay, not there. I don't know where Green's final city is. And I hate that I don't... Wait a minute, what am I doing? What am I doing? I have a spell for this. It's a spell that doesn't exist in the game in Cervi's day, but this is the old game. I can just cast Awareness. Oh my gosh, this'll tell us everything. I used to cast this spell once a game and immediately dispel it. Turn it off, because I would end up watching like every unit moving around every city in the game. And it was so time-consuming and wasteful. But just knowing where all the cities were was a huge advantage. Alright, so... Oops. Look, guys. Just go places. Ugh, I wish I could cycle through you all faster. You know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna let the paladins pile up over here. You know what? I don't care. They're not gonna matter. Purple, green, we'll know all your cities in 6 turns. We'll finish you off, go to the Myrran Plain, and the Spell of Mastery will go down. It'll be great. Ah, yeah, I didn't read all 21. The last one I read... I don't remember the last one I read. There was the one where there was the election, and he lost, and he was just like, screw these people. Anybody who tries to leave this country, don't let them through. Let them just suffer and die. And I'm like, didn't like, I don't know, 40% of the people in this place vote for you, though? Are you condemning all the ones who voted for you as well? Yes, you are. You know, I could, in a better series, I could totally see the author being like, yeah, this is a terrible, evil mistake that the character made, and he's going to regret it down the road. But no, the main character is never wrong. Never, never wrong. Everything he does is just and correct. Yeah. No matter what it is. Yeah, I remember that one distinctly. I remember he introduced people who were immune to magic and would inevitably bring an end to all magic in the world over generations. I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of the, yeah, all the magic will go away in the future. I mean, I give Tolkien a pass because, I don't know, he practically invented the concept. But, I've just read way too many stories where that happens. So many times, it just turns out that this was Earth all along. Oh, what's this? Here you go. I wonder what that does. Oh, well. Okay. I think there's probably another one hiding over this way. Yeah, usually I try not to rag on other people's... You know, I usually try not to rag too hard on books. I'm not like the nostalgia critic who just goes around shitting on everything. But, you know, you did ask. And I've read a lot of worse things than The Sword of Truth, let me tell you. I read a lot of things that are significantly worse. At least The Sword of Truth is very memorable. Even though it has one of those super generic names. There's a lot of books with generic names when I can't figure out what you're talking about. When people mention it. Okay, I guess we're finished with you. Alright, no more purple. No, yeah, purple. Okay, that means the chosen one can go through the portal. Maybe I'll just send my team of paladins to deal with whoever's, whatever city is left. I don't know. I've been poking through a lot of Japanese light novels lately. I've given up on so many of them within just a few chapters. I'm starting to wonder if I just don't have the patience that I once did. Oh. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright. We're going to clear this out, and we're going to go through, and we're going to find... And when awareness clears, we'll see all the cities, and we'll know exactly the shape of the world. No, not the mages! How could you? Well, this is going to be fun. First off, Witchy! Second, let's give them a blast. Everything died. Just everything. Everything just vanished. Oh, hey, we learned how to make archangels. Wet mud. Well, there's a name for your city. Undermuck. Wow, your nodes are worth 28 over here? That's crazy. Look at this. There's just adamant lying around. Oh, hey, he leveled. That's cool. 2 turns till the awareness finishes. Bloop. Yeah, I don't know Marcus Heights. Yeah, of course, no life magic, it's fine. I wasn't expecting any. I mean, I know one novel that's all about dwarves. Beers and Beards. It's awesome. You can, yeah, Beers and Beards. It's great stuff. I can highly recommend it. Oh, hey, look, there's another tentacle monster over here. I should put my heroes together and we should wrestle the Kraken. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go wrestle a second Kraken and see if we can get another thingy. Tungi Gold Hand. Yeah. Doggone it! I gave you random garbage so you wouldn't do that. Oh! How? Why? I took our cities out a while ago. Why now? I don't understand. What are the rules? How would I write magic in what setting? In Tungil Gold Hand setting? I don't know. I've never read those books. The dwarves. I haven't read the dwarves. I was telling you I read Beers and Beards, which is not that. It's a completely different thing about... Oh, hey, look! They did get one on this plane. Look at that! One of them spawned on this plane. But that would be burning cities, and these cities aren't burned, so that didn't go out. That's not what killed them. Really? Why? Oh, okay. Well, if that's the rule, yeah, I'm never gonna remember that rule. That's just weird. Should we start casting the spell of mastery now? Oh. Okay. All right. Red has 3 cities, and you declared war on me. 3. And you declared war on this. Oh, wow. No, blue isn't even... No, no. I don't know what happened to him this game, but it did not go well for him. No, it did not go his way. Alright. Tell me. If I want to cast the Spell of Mastery, it will take 43 turns. I think I could just banish them faster than that. I don't need to cast the Spell of Mastery. I'm just gonna start throwing buffs on my heroes. I now have Sea Hunter. Okay. Bleh. At this point, I've gained 1 book and 4 retorts over the game. Okay, we're going there. I guess you might as well knock a city out. Oh, right. Yeah, let's do that. Once I fully buffed everyone, they'll be buffed, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care what you think. Three really good cities. I need a way to transport something over there. Oh, hey. You have 2 more cities. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this 9 stack here. And we're gonna tell them to go here. An old castle here is gonna produce a boat. Yeah, we're gonna get paladins over there. Paladins will squish all that. It'll be fine. Yeah, this should be fine. I'm not gonna build any more cities. I'm not even gonna build more buildings. I am, however, gonna take wet mud. Yeah. Yeah, I want wet mud. Yeah, I should craft some artifacts soon. Hey, sup? Well, I think I'll start with High Prayer. And then I'll follow it up with Black Prayer. And you know, at this point, we might as well get rid of those giants. And, okay. I don't know. I have no plans at this time to read it. Is it really good or something? If it's really good, I might be interested in reading it. Oops, somebody got banished. Meanwhile, in wet mud... Ooh, they can make wood trolls. Very cool. Eh. One more troll's all you need. Oh, yes. Looks like I need one more lion heart, then we'll look at artifacting. I wanted to make artifacts all game, I just haven't, been able to spare the time and attention for it. Also, what's up casting skill? Is that a 404 error I saw? Huh, how about that? Red shirt syndrome? Is that where, oh man, that hurts. Is that where, large numbers of Lukes get wiped out? How are you talking to me? I banished you! Shut up! You're not allowed to call me when you're in limbo? I don't know. Sometimes it bothers me. It depends. Depends on how they handle it. When you're at the end of Wheel of Time and Randall Thor is stomping entire armies, you're like, well, he is the Dragon Reborn at this, and at this point he kind of knows his shit. As I said, it just depends. Wait, this isn't the town I told to make the ship. Old Castle. Yes, you. Triremes are good enough. Not sure how many units I can transport in a boat in this game. Isn't it like 2? It's not important. It's a short drive. We can make a couple trips. Oh, yes, right. Spell. Okay, they should be ready to handle it. Yeah, so if we wanted to make an artifact for a while, how about... There's 3 movement, that's fine. I'm gonna make this army super zippy. See? They're all zeroing in on my stuff now that I'm here. They were ignoring Oberic. Dwarf Korean sends 100. Oh! You're not talking about enemies. You're talking about allies who are getting wiped out. Oh. Oh, okay. That'll make it easy. The long distance plan. You know what it costs to call interplanar? That's an expensive phone call there. What did you cast? Oh, counter magic. What a pain. I want to get a heroism on you, but that'll be hard to get through. Maybe an invulnerability would be easier to get through. I know in Xanth, I started getting super annoyed by the hordes of goblins that just... We'd spent a lot of books in his world. I knew for a fact there weren't that many goblins in his world. It was absurd. Oops, did you just dispel my heroism that I just got through? But red shirts... You know, it's funny, for all the fantasy I've read, I don't remember encountering red shirts. Isn't that funny? I can't think of it happening. I can only think of unending waves of enemies falling. Oh no, not my Lionheart. Well, they're still invulnerable. Okay, they're gonna die. What's going on? I know these aren't that weak. What is going on? How are we winning this? Oh, I do have a high prayer still in play, I guess. But that can't be doing this much, can it? Once he dispelled the Lionheart, he should have won. But he didn't. Ha! Maybe the heroic thing to do would be to refuse to bring 100 red shirts with you. Alright. Come on, JR, fly the whole group up. Oh well, I'll stop at this for a second. We know what to do here. I don't think Black Prayer Holy Word ever gets old. It's such a funny combo. Really doing a jip job on me there. Yeah. Well, we're gonna try the other Kraken. I'll be the slayer of 2 Krakens. Wow, that's a lot of skeletons. Don't worry, the paladins are on the way. Oh my. 2 heroes, huh? Yeah, I think you're still gonna lose this. We know that you'll dispel any buffs I use. That's not gonna stop me from using them. Ow! Oh no! No! I misclicked. I wanted to look at his stats. It's fine. I don't mind at all. The cavalry is coming. The riders of Rohan are on their way. Hello, Hilmud. Goodbye, Hilmud. Apparently, you don't have the kind of cash your friend on Arcanus does. I guess a spearman? Sure. I don't really care if these cities get burned or not. I'm heading over here. Just wait. Yeah, create artifacts take forever. There's no way I win this one. There have to be limits somewhere to what I can get away with. Life magic's absurd, but... Don't make hurt noises if you don't take damage. I think I'm gonna get away with this, actually. I don't think you have magical weapons. I just don't think you do. You should run. When you see that happen, all your arrows bouncing off their skin, you should just run. Yeah? Well, okay then. The Capega side decided to have a land and fight, huh? Yeah, we'll cast Charm of Life next. 33% more health on every unit sounds great. There yet. Probably should have taken the paladins and had them go the other way, come to think of it. Oh well. What? No. Hold on. I just wanted to park the one guy's butt there. The rest of you need to move. To the Kraken! Alright, this should be the most powerful node in the game. Or lair. It's the Myrran Kraken this time. And it should be the best prize in the game. Ah. More tentacles. All right. No, not you. Thief stabbing her way through. Stag beetle, because, I don't know, why not? The chosen one. I think I would like a mass healing. Alright, so much for the Kraken. And our prizes are Kraken's Eye. Lowers the cost of casting arcane spells except enchanting items. Alright. So both the Kraken items relate to arcane spells. One is research, one is casting. How many arcane spells are you going to cast other than the spell of mastery? Like, how often is the price decrease even going to matter? When it won't apply to the one spell you really want it to. Oh well. I could now cast the spell of mastery in less turns. Hooray. If we were going to do that, it would be great. Oh. Odds are I'll win. That's funny. Oh joy. 25% off magic spirits. What a sale. What savings. Corrupted magic, eh? Anyway, this is just meat for the blender over here. War Trolls were always a favorite build for me. So I'm always happy when I can pick up... War Trolls just make me happy every time I see them, because they were so great. I have not. Despite my love of StarCraft and the old Warcrafts, I have very little experience with RTSs. If you're asking about an RTS, you can just assume my answer is I haven't played that yet. I ended up with a couple Naga. Guess I'll just drop them off in the next town I take. We're gonna clean this up real quick. We'll get that new artifact soon. Then we'll pop over to Arcanus if the paladins haven't done the job by then. I suppose I could summon an archangel or something? I don't know. By Grabthar's hammer! What savings! Such a good movie. Man, that was such a good movie. You know, Tim Allen was in a surprising number of hits over the years. I mean, not everything he touched was gold, but he was in some good stuff. Let me see. One stays behind. You get to live there. Joy. Alright, let's pick off the next. This is gonna be quick. Oh no, we need food. Hi. I bet it's all those gluttonous paladins eating all our food. Yes, I am aware of Tome. Not Frog Composed Band. That's an Ong band, isn't it? I bet that's one of the Ong band forks. Yes, I love Ong band. I've always wanted to play more of the forks of it. Some of them are quite silly sounding. Okay, so my verdict is basically unchanged. The definitive way to play Master of Magic is to play Caster of Magic for Windows. For Windows is a remake of the original game with a bunch of added content and stuff, and is moddable. So it's such a pain in the ass to keep all of it straight at this point because the names are all too similar. So when I speak of Master of Magic, there's the classic, then there's Caster of Magic, which is the original DOS game with Cerevi's mod. Then there's Master of Magic for Windows, which is rebuilt from the ground up by Cerevi. It includes everything that his mod had, and then a whole lot more. It's moddable, it's fantastic, it's the best way to play the game. And then there's what I've taken to calling the Master of Magic Remake, which is this, which is different. Like, you'd have to really be into the original game to appreciate just how different this is from it, but it is a dramatically different game to play. The AIs don't behave the same. The trading system makes a massive difference. The fact that it's hex tiles changes the nature of the game quite a bit. Some of the staple spells, so many things have been altered and tweaked. And then the DLC, the 3 different DLC that add in all kinds of weird stuff. This is actually a very different game from all the other versions. it's got mods that I haven't tried, and the mods might be really excellent. But at the moment, I am still 100% on board with, you know, what I've already said. The definitive way to play the game is Master of Magic for Windows. But man, do I wish they'd given this game a different name. Or a title, you know, one of those things where they put a colon and then write something underneath it. They could have called this, I don't know, Master of Magic, Lords of the Fallen, Master of the Magic Left Nipple Edition. I don't care. Anything! Anything! But just calling it Master of Magic sows confusion. Anything would have been better. But they did what they did. Oh, shit. Here we go. Here's some of the silly stuff I was talking about that's been added. Okay, there's no way I win this fight, right? I know I said that earlier, but there's really no way I win this fight. I wish. That's what they should have done. This game would be held in much higher regard if it was multiplayer. It really would. Someone would have probably figured out how to mod it back into being squares. So that we could play the original game in multiplayer. Some crazy person. Back up! Man, these guys hit so hard and they're so dangerous. Okay, the invulnerability's helping. We're starting to regenerate. What else can we do? Well, we can throw down a high prayer. Then we can try holy armor. Or should I cast healing? It's got band in it, so I assume it's from Angband. Angband was originally the Mines of Moria. That was the original game. It was the Mines of Moria, then it was expanded out until you were able to fight Morgoth. Some of what I know about Lord of the Rings just comes from being a fan of Angband. What can I do to improve your odds? Still say holy armor would help. Some things have run out of rocks to throw. That's good. Alright. I really want to put more buffs on you. Let's try heroism. I might actually win this somehow. Somehow. Light novels. Oh, we're changing to light novels. You know what? I actually haven't read any of those. You're actually listing ones I haven't read. What light novels would I recommend? Let's see, let's see. You know, the first novel for 86 is pretty good. I don't recommend any of the books after the first one. But the first novel for 86, pretty good. They did an adaptation. It was an adaptation. It was alright. They fit a lot of what happens in the book in it, and it's, you know... Let's see, excuse me. Bacano. Bacano, 3 novels. Skip the rest. The first 3 novels of Bacano are really good. I mean, the basic plot summary is it's Prohibition era, and alchemists have created the elixir of immortality, but it's an alcohol. I mean, just with that concept, I mean, just that should sell you on it right there. There is an anime, and it is unwatchable. Look, I know some people are fans of it. I don't know how. They scrambled it. So it's like they took the books and just put them in a blender and ground them up and spewed them out onto the floor in a random order and went, yes, that. I don't know what they were thinking. But yeah, Bacano, the first 3 novels are good. After that, it gets less good as it goes. I don't remember all the details of what all I didn't like about it, but the first 3, great first novel, and then there was a train story, which was also awesome. Ascension of a Bookworm. Ascension of a Bookworm's pretty good. I don't... There's like 1 million novels out for it now, and I have not read anywhere near all of them. But the ones I've read were pretty good. Amagi Brilliant Park. That's a pretty good anime adaptation, too. But, just pick up the first novel. You'll know whether or not you like it. The basic concept is the theme park mascots. That's not costumes. That's just what they look like. In this theme park, they came from another magical world, and they feed off of happiness, sort of. So they need to survive, to live, they need to make people laugh and smile and all that. Yeah, the person who made that definitely worked at an amusement park. A lot of it is the backstage stuff, and holy shit, the characters are wild and fun, and just many of them are terrible people. They've been in wars. They've been in, they're all kinds of things. It's a surprisingly fun story. I don't think it's ever going to be finished. I don't know what happened to the author. I literally couldn't find anything. I didn't find an obituary or anything, or him swearing off writing. I don't know what happened. He just left us on a cliffhanger. And that didn't come back. But whatever, there's like, I don't know how many, 6 or 7 novels. I'm not sure the number. They're fun. They're definitely fun. The first novel is especially good, and if you're not interested, and just even the anime adaptation is a pretty good adaptation. He was directly involved and put some elements that didn't show up until later books, characters and stuff, into the show. He was directly involved with the show, so yeah. Oh, this is mine. Bonk. Keep. Alright, you can have a Naga. Alright, next up. This one's mine. Oh, right. Hold on. Look back here for a second. Wait a sec. Buddy! You need a new ring! Yeah, Barrage is stupid as a spell. Makes more sense when you're playing the pirates. Here's a ring of Run Fast. I'd like to make you another ring of Run Fast. Should I, though? Should I? Oh, wow, Sea Harvest is cheap now. Spell of Mastery, 30 turns! We'll win in less than that. Give me another ring of Sonic the Hedgehog, please. Starting next turn will be just a wee bit faster. Let's see. Light novels are generally associated with Japan. They are novels that have some... They put a few pictures in them. Honestly, they're not really any different from any other novel. Except maybe they have more bad novels that they've printed. An unusually high number of garbage. Most light novels don't seem to be written by professional authors. Like, it's just somebody started putting this out, it became popular, and then it got to the printer. Somehow. Most of them are originating from some website or something, where just anyone can publish, or can write anything. But yeah, generally associated with Japan, generally associated with fantasy. If you wonder where all the isekai came from, light novels. Though there's a lot of things that aren't isekai that are light novels too. Software engineer fell asleep, wakes up in a world similar to a video game. Yeah. Stop. Alright, hold on. I gotta take care of this. I'm struggling to keep up with chat as usual. Okay. War trolls. War trolls are the best trolls. Alright. We're just a bit faster. It's great. Oh, yes. Okay, guys. This is time to begin the conquest of Red. Tutorial cutscene spell to wipe out an army. Yeah. Sounds like an isekai plot to me. I like isekai trash, but a lot of isekai trash is unbearably awful also. I've become more picky about it over time. Having read and watched too many bad ones, I guess. But I do like... I do still enjoy them when I can find a good one. Alright. Ah, Terry Pratchett, huh? Immediately recognizes his class. How long can a story, or how many times can a story be repeated? I don't know the answer to that either way. I have no answer for you. I am sorry. Huh. Locked in your classroom. all the leftovers? All of them, huh? Yeah, I probably wouldn't be happy transported to a fantasy world, because I'd be like, where's my video games? I want to play video games. Ah, none of this fiction. Well, there's actually some classics I like, but I'd run out real quick, and I'd be like, doggone it. Where's the giant mechanism that produces hundreds and hundreds of new authors every year? Okay, I saw... Where? Ah, up there? Okay, that's fine. I can loop around and take that out if I have to. Okay. I just have unlimited funds amassing, and I just don't care anymore. However, if we're gonna fight here... Perhaps a second war troll would make it so I don't have to double back, I think so. I think I can take it with 2 war trolls. Whatever he's got, I don't think it matters. Okay. We're almost there. Death Mage time. Without any abilities, huh? Well, guess he's just gonna have to rely on all of his knowledge from 2 different worlds. So, hope he learned something good. Like, the next light novel I was looking at checking out was called, what was it? Villager A wants to protect the villainess or something like that. It comes highly recommended, so, you know, I'll give it a shot. I actually have more light novels I could recommend. What am I doing here? I don't want to be here. I want to be back to my heroes. How'd I end up here? Yeah, dragons have been overdone. Dragons have definitely become overdone. I still like them, though. Okay, I'm just gonna say they die. I pushed the I win button. 2 heroes, it's 9 paladins. I don't need to cast a spell. I have 9 paladins. That's all I need. And you know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna continue stomping through the world. Alright. All of these 9 stacks of paladins just standing around over here. Because I'm too lazy to distribute them or send them somewhere. Okay, here we go. You brought with you... Yeah, none of that's gonna take this. This city's not falling. Ah, Zongband. Zongband's one of the ones I've meant to try forever. You can play clack-ons in Zongband. Yeah, the Ongband forks get really crazy. I've only ever played the original. I always figured I'd beat the original and then I'd try some of the forks. But the same thing happens to me every time I play Ongband. I die, I finally get a bit far, I die. Then I get a character that gets really far, and I get really attached to the character. And then they die in the stupidest way possible, usually on a low-level floor, when I'm just being careless and traveling or searching for whatever the reason. And then I get so upset I can't look at the game for months. And then a year or two passes, and I repeat the cycle again. They've added bunches of classes and all kinds of things over the years, while I just keep having the same exact fail cycle anyway. And I always tell myself, I'm gonna beat Ongband one day. I avoid watching any Let's Plays. I avoid reading any strategy guides. Like, I've been figuring the game out over the years just by beating my head against the same brick wall over and over again. One of these days, I'm gonna beat Ongband. It's gonna happen. Someday. I swear. Alright, you failed to retake a city. You lose another one. You know, this is the only guy who didn't declare war on me. I just showed up and started picking on him. But it's because if I start casting the spell of mastery, I'd have to fight everyone anyway. That is correct. Just be aware that a lot of people call it's got Caster of Magic written into its title. It's so annoying. It is the 4 Windows version. If it says 4 Windows on it, that's the correct version. There's only one version with those words on it. There's multiple versions that say Master of Magic. There's multiple versions that have Caster of Magic written somewhere. But if it has 4 Windows on it, yeah, that's the definitive game. As far as I'm concerned, that is the way to play. That's annoying. These paladins are a little bit slow because they're not airborne. I'll probably warp back in with the hero stack to finish this. Oh yeah, I don't care. Oh no, the city burned. So tragic. Well, I built this city myself, so I guess I'm obligated to protect it. Oh my, how much of my conversation did you actually get to hear? Oh, yeah. I watched the anime for that one, and then I read the manga for it, and I'm not sure how it will be after the point where I dropped off. It's one of those things where it's like I'm going to come back and read the whole thing later. I might have... Did I read the book too? I don't know if I read the book too. I know I did the manga, though. Yeah. So I'm a spider, so what? Has a certain appeal to it. Oh, has he? That's not going to last very long. Yeah, I don't care. You can have my boat. It's already served its purpose. Oh, how about hell mode? Whoops. Oh, no, don't do that. Ever read hell mode? That one is... What the hell is this? Really? The Dark Elves are going to kill one of my units if I don't manually do it? Alright, I'll do it then. How would I summarize hell mode? I mean, I guess it's pretty straightforward for what it is. There's a guy. He's really into grinding in MMOs. That's what he lives for. But none of the MMOs that are around anymore have enough grinding for him. And he hates it. He gets isekai'd to a fantasy world where basically they're... God, it's like, how do I not spoil things that come up later? There are reasons for what's happened, but... basically, he gets to grind to his heart's content. We'll go with that. It takes him like 100 times more effort to gain XP and level up than anyone else. But he has a unique class no one's ever heard of before. And he is so obsessive with his grinding that he is just endlessly working on building up his stats, even though he's like way behind everyone else. You see it, you're like, this guy is inevitably going to become a monster. He's going to become completely unstoppable just through ridiculous effort. One of the first things he decides as a small child is, I should have a ranged attack. Throwing! I'll develop throwing. And he's just throwing rocks at a tree as a little kid every day for hours. His parents have no idea what's wrong with their child doing this. The tree is getting worn, like all the bark's breaking off. The stones are worn round over this absurd amount of time frame. And then, he got throwing level 1. I knew it! I knew that was a thing I could do. Now I have the throwing skill. That's sort of the kind of story you're in for. If you like numbers going up, if you like just, I don't know. It's a fun novel. Yeah. I like it. I can recommend Hell Mode. Xanth is an isekai? No, it's not. Because Xanth doesn't start off with a character from Earth being dropped into Xanth. It starts off with Bink, who already lives in Xanth. And the subsequent novels all take place with people who've lived in Xanth all their lives. The thing about an isekai isn't that you're in a fantasy world. It's that a character from Earth gets dropped into a fantasy world. So, The Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, maybe qualifies. It probably qualifies. Definitions get fuzzy for exactly what falls into the category. There are a few isekai where a fantasy character gets dropped in a different fantasy world, and those probably count. They probably do, I think. Alright, pallies. Armor piercing first strike. What? It is not a Japanese series. Yeah, the author's in Florida. The author's Piers Anthony. He's the same guy who wrote the Apprentice Adept series and other things. I really like the first Xanth novel, but the further you go down the series, the less I enjoyed the books until I gave up on them. The first one, it was like they were in a death world. It was crazy! But yeah, as the series went on, it became less and less so. I feel like I've seen something that's something like that, but I'm not sure. Yeah, The Wizard of Oz, 100%. The Wizard of Oz is an isekai. I would actually say that The Wizard of Oz is Pilgrim's Progress. If you've never read Pilgrim's Progress, well, they're following a yellow brick road. Basically. It's like it's its own little subgenre of fantasy. Xanth is the first Xanth book. It actually falls closer to the Wizard of Oz / Pilgrim's Progress school of fantasy than any other. I don't think anybody has given that particular subgenre its own name, but it definitely is a subgenre that exists. It's just not common. Where is a portal? I guess we have to go all the way back here. That'll take 4 turns. Great. Let's research the last spell that I'm not going to cast. Oh shit, I must have made another artifact at some point. I'm not keeping track. Okay, we should be faster now. Super Mario Brothers? Well, yes, the English shows definitely qualifies. Where he gets sucked down the pipe and lands in the Mushroom Kingdom in their opening. Yeah, the American cartoon definitely qualifies. Aw, Shadow Demons versus Magic Immunity. You still haven't killed even one of me paladins. Ha ha ha! That sounds like one of my parody ideas with Snyder. Isakar. I haven't read Incarnations of Immortality. Haven't read that particular one. The people who are flying are not being carried by my wind mage. And they're slowing everyone down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your flying away. You've lost your flight privileges. You're not flying. You are definitely not flying. Yes, you are flying. Why are you flying? We might have to leave Tabitha behind. I don't understand why she has flight. It's not one of her artifacts. Oh, it's... Okay, you're just getting it from Windwalk? I don't know. We'll see. I want the whole stack to move quickly. I don't want anyone slowing us down. Yes, dreary mundania. About time. Yeah, there's some really good isekais out there. And there's a lot of trash. A whole lot of trash. But there's some really fun ones. And there are some that are trash, but you just can't help but like them anyway. That also happens sometimes. Ugh. Too much trouble. Alright, fine. We're almost done. Alright, I'm gonna mention a couple isekai that I really like, that I've discovered of more recent. I mentioned earlier beers and beards. So, short version is, guy wakes up and so a guy is dying. He's lived a full life as a winemaker. He's made hundreds of different alcohols over his life. He's basically spent his whole life just dedicated to making alcohols. He loves alcohol. And he's dying of cancer or whatever it is. And he suddenly wakes up and he's a dwarf in a fantasy world. And when they give him a taste of the alcohol, the sacred brew, he immediately spews it out because it's the worst swill he's ever tasted. It's so horrifically bad. Just terrible stuff. But for the other dwarves, it's the sacred brew! Yeah. Oh, also the dwarf he is suddenly inhabiting the body of is a convict in a mine, working off his criminal convictions or whatever it is by digging through rock and stone all day, every day. Doggone it, guys. Break down the gate. Just break it. Just break the gate. This will give you something to dispel. Maybe this will give me enough oomph to break the gate down. Yeah. Another one that actually pans out to be really good is called Bog Standard Isekai. It's well, I don't know what to say about it without It's called Bog Standard Isekai. You can find it for free online. Actually, wait, no. No, he got published. He took it down now. That's right. Anyway. That one's fun, too. And I don't think I can really say anything about it without spoiling it. It starts out looking like a bog standard isekai. It starts out appearing to be just what it promised. Oh, hey, stonemason. Second-hand isekai fatigue, huh? To fulfill purchase orders from other worlds. Oh no, I've been caught! Quick, we must stream at triple speed to leave him in the dust! No, it's not. It's a trick. You'll only get 5 chapters of it, and then it'll cut off. It'll immediately jump you to 5 chapters of the second novel in the series, without any explanation. And then after 5 chapters of that, it'll jump to whatever's current. Or wait, or was it 3? I don't know how many novels there were. Maybe it's the 3rd novel now? I don't know. Anyway, point is, it's not all there. This is frequent, and it'll catch you off guard and cause you all kinds of spoilers and mischief if you don't know to look for it. There's some publishing company that takes things from the Royal Road, and they always make the author take it down except for the first 5 chapters, and it's just become accepted practice now. That's just how it do be. It's worth reading. I can recommend that one. Actually, I think the reason it's a truck is because of an anime that came out a long time ago. You ever heard of a YouTube channel called Kenny Lauderdale? He mostly talks about lost media and old shows and things. There was an anime. An anime for small kids. I forget the name of it. It's something absurd. But anyway, it was popular all over the world except for the US because for whatever reason, Deke or Harmony Gold or whoever it was decided they didn't want to distribute it in America. They weren't interested. Anyway, so the series got canceled. And the authors who were making the anime, the animators, were very unhappy about the fact that their show was canceled. And so they decided that their main character, a little girl, would just get hit by a truck the end. Yeah, really. And that's the ending. That's how it ends. And it's a truck filled with toys related to, I think it's their own franchise or something, because the toy company had stopped. Well, the reason it was canceled was because a toy company had stopped or something, stopped producing the goods, something like that. Anyway, I'm a little fuzzy on the details. But here's the thing. This show was very famous in Japan because it's cursed. They had earthquakes and disasters, and even when they re-aired the episode where she was hit by the car, they had more earthquakes and disasters in Japan. And so it's become an urban legend about this cursed anime episode. And I suspect the truck thing might be related to that. And it's just something that, as foreigners, we wouldn't, we wouldn't really necessarily get. It's obscure and it's weird, and it's a show that didn't even come to the States. I wish I could remember the name. It's got something ridiculous like Milky Moo Moo or something, just some kind of name like that. That one's actually kind of nice. I know there's at least one reversed isekai anime that I haven't seen, but I've heard of, where a whole bunch of fantasy characters from different genres end up in our world and trash the place. I don't know what they do. My gosh, you've got a lot of forces here. Seriously, I just take out these last 5 cities. You really did spread a whole lot after purple disappeared, didn't you? I just take out these last 5 cities and it's over. My hero stack is on the way. Oh, finally, this ridiculous difficulty has been defeated. We move so quickly now, don't we? Minky Momo, there it is, that's the name. Once again, I don't care, burn the city. Doesn't mean anything to me at this point. Yeah, okay, so you know the story. Yeah, okay, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You guys know what I was talking about and have all the details. Yeah. Nobody in America has ever heard of Minky Momo. None of us know what that is. Oh no, they finally got one of my paladins. How about that? Gee. I sure hope I don't run out of paladins. How could we lose one? The tragedy. Well, no, it's not an isekai because you're still on Earth. Isekai means another world. That's literally the definition of what it is. It has to involve going to a different planet for it to qualify as an isekai. You can't isekai into your own world. That doesn't count. Not even if you become Funny Mustache Man. Still doesn't count. Are you talking about interspecies reviewers? I have heard legend of that one. That's right, we must keep the purity of the terms. Even if half the things we're still unsure whether or not they are or are not isekai. Are you seriously trying to use magic spirits in all of your battles? No wonder you're losing the war. Oops. I'll just keep blasting Mega Heal. Where are you, Mega Heal? Wait, what? How did they not know what it was that they were doing? I've heard about things like this before. Dubs in certain countries where they don't know the gender of one of the characters, and they guess wrong. And then some episodes later, they realize, oops. And I'm always left completely bewildered. Like, you purchased the rights to the property? Didn't the rights holder tell you anything? Didn't you know what you were buying? How does this sort of thing happen? How? Did no one care? Frickin' Crunchyroll. Come on, guys. You're supposed to be the anime guys. I'm sick of this. Just run it. Oh no, too lost. Fine, whatever. I'm gonna just distribute them. We've got the hero stack coming, and the hero stack will finish the job. They will clinch the game. Our kingdom still doesn't have roads everywhere. We've been working pretty hard at it. Okay, one down. Two down. Chiseltown. Two left. Why are they all MMO addicts? They gave up. Oh, hey, look! I could have Serena! Ant-Man! Or Warax! She thinks she's only worth $62. You're actually a really, really powerful, awesome character. But, I mean, at this stage, I'd take Warax, I guess. It doesn't really matter. They're just coming in to join the winning team at the last second. Alright, and from Chiseltown to Soul Town. Oh no, my magician! You fiends! Oh, was that your capital? Oops. Alright. Just end turn. I need an end turn button. End. I don't care. Nothing on the Myrran plane matters anymore. Alright, final one. Here we go. No, a lot of isekai involve businessmen who, for some reason, or high school students a lot of times too. Not very many MMO addicts. There's a few. Often they have video game logic going on. That's fairly common for the world to operate on video game rules. I think I have to wait 10 turns. Well, you might as well start casting the Spell of Mastery if you got nothing better to do. Surprise, everybody! It's the Spell of Mastery! I'll just turn a sack of gold into a mass of mana crystals. I guess you sit tight. Very, very, very difficult. It took me, what did it take me? Like 6 or 7 times of restarting and trying different builds before I finally found a way to win. The difficulty was your economy is really, really bad. You have 100 turns until horrible things spawn and destroy all your cities that you have to be able to deal with. Whenever the AI declares war on you, which they will for no reason, you can never talk to them again for some reason. The AI has practically unlimited wealth and power. I don't know, man. The difficulty was set. Everything was set as high as possible. The only thing I had going for my favor was I could have 12 picks instead of 10. That was the only thing I let myself have. Otherwise, the difficulty was basically maxed. It was ruthless. Yeah. As for the meta knowledge thing, that actually varies. That actually varies quite a bit. It really depends. As I've said, isekais have been around for a while. I think the first Japanese isekai I can remember was Magic Knight Rayearth, and that was like the 80s or the 90s or something. But anyway, sometimes it's meta knowledge. Sometimes they just know how to make guns or something. There's a Chinese isekai where the main character is an engineer, and he uses the witches and stuff to make to basically fast track their tech. He is the prince, and he's caught up in a succession war, and there's all kinds of shit going down, and he's trying to you know, he's just trying to slowly tech them up, and bit by bit working his way up while figuring out how their magic works, and he doesn't get to have any magic of his own at all. So, yeah. There's others, there's a lot of variety in it. Come on, why do I have to wait 10 turns? I've won! I've won! Oh, the AI probably all got 12 picks, I'm sure, yeah. The Soul Trapped are worse. The Soul Trapped showing up are worse. Because the game's over. And I want to cast the Spell of Mastery while the game's ending. Because I think it's funny. Oh, yeah, the gag dub Ghost Stories. That one's made the rounds. Yeah, there's a lot of popular ones where the main character just gets a cheat skill. They don't necessarily have any knowledge at all. They're just handed, by the way, you can make your enemies explode with your mind. Have a nice day. And then they run around and all the women fawn over them and all their enemies have their heads explode, and that's just the story. There's a lot of those. They're the worst. Generally, I like my protagonists to have to work for and earn. Game? It's over, game. They're all gone now. Doggone it, she's still not gone. Wait, what's this? Oh, shit. I didn't notice they retook a city. Guys? How did this happen without me noticing? Get over there. Here. Toss a paladin over there. And I guess a paladin over here. Ugh. It's because the soul trapped come in so early in the game. I can't even get to units like paladins and things by the time I'm being attacked by 9 stacks of endgame units. It's really brutal. But the Chosen One cleared it up real good. Please just stay dead. Lazy wish fulfillment, yes. And wish fulfillment isn't even a bad thing to write, but there's a lot of really lazy ones that are just garbage, yeah. What's super annoying is when you find a good one and then the subsequent novels are garbage. Because then you're like, no, but you were good. What happened? And there's a lot that get really shitty anime adaptations, too. Snyder tells me Mushoku Tensei was really good. I don't know. I sampled it a little bit and I didn't get very far before. I just wasn't vibing with that one. I don't know. Alright, we got the win! Win the game on the highest difficulty setting, Wizard Supreme. Okay. I got an achievement for it and everything. Ha! The Oregon Trail? Would it even be the video game? Or would you have just time traveled back to the Oregon Trail? Yeah. There's actually weird subgenres of isekai at this point. The otome genre has become like its own subgenre of isekai. That's, otome are dating sims for girls. Being the villain of an otome game is basically a subgenre. Where you find that you're the villainess, and you're like, no! I'm scripted to have the most horrific death ever! Oh no! I don't want that! I'm the script of the story, no matter what happens in the game, I end up in the most horrific thing trapped for 10,000 years of suffering or something. Oh no! Yeah, there's like probably 100 different novels that run with variations on that concept now. There's ones where the main character starts off as a child, others where they just come in as an adult, some where they get magic, some where they don't get magic. They're basically trying every possible thing in the genre. No matter what you think of, probably somebody is doing an isekai. An isekai where you're a spider? We got that. An isekai where you're a vending machine. Believe it or not, it was so successful that it even got a manga and an anime adaptations. You just anything. Just anything. No, there is no high... Well, the only thing I could have done is I could have limited myself to 10 picks. Theoretically, yes, you could make the game more difficult for yourself. So go beat my record. I'm done. I'm gonna play a different 4X game for a while. I'm gonna put out a vote. I'm gonna do something different. I've had enough for now. I've had enough Sharknadoes and Yeets and such nonsense for a while. Swarm build. Maybe some other time. It's funny because I'm a fan of Koei, and I believe that it was actually Koei of all people that started the otome genre with a turn-based strategy game in the style of, you know, the turn-based strategy games that I grew up with. Yeah, now there's another genre that's similar to, but different from the isekai, and it's super popular in Korea, and that's regression, where the hero dies and wakes up young, earlier in their life, and they know all the shit that's going to happen, and then they try to live their life differently using their knowledge. Super popular with Korea. Of the ones I've read, my favorite was, I can't remember the name. It's like the main character's name saves the world or something like that, which will make it super hard to find. But the world gets destroyed by an asteroid, and he wakes up like 20 years before it in high school, and he's like, oh shit, all life is going to get destroyed by this asteroid. Okay, I will study astrophysics. I will predict the coming of the asteroid. I'll warn everyone the asteroid's coming, and somebody will come up with a plan. 30 years later, he predicted the asteroid. He gave people plenty of warning. Nobody came up with a plan. All of humanity gets wiped out. He wakes up back in high school. Damn. Okay. And he can't remember any of the things he learned during his previous iteration. So he's having to kind of start over again as a high schooler. He's like, all right, warning everyone's not going to do it. What if? And that's basically the premise of the entire manga, or manhwa. Repeat over and over again as he loses like a month or something every cycle. So every time he cycles back, he's losing more. He has less and less time for each iteration as he's trying to figure out what to do to save humanity. Really? I have no idea. I've never played an otome game, so I don't actually know. I just know there's a million otome isekais where they become the villainous. I don't know. I'll throw it together sometime in the next couple of days or something. We'll see. When I'm able to. Probably Friday. Actually, yeah, that would make the most. It's going to be Friday. I'll put it together on Friday and post it sometime sometime. So, Saturday morning. It will post sometime Saturday morning. Alpha Centauri will be one of the picks, definitely. But you'll have to vote. You'll have to fight for it. Because I've got a lot of 4Xs I want to play. So I'm probably... If I were to go off the top of my head, it's probably going to be Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri, Fall from Heaven 2, and Endless Space 2. Those are probably going to be the 3 picks, but, I have a couple of days to change my mind before I finalize it, but that's probably what it's going to look like. Oh, hey, that's the one! Chelsea Saves the World! Hey, Rory, you got it! Yeah, that's that one. I love that one. That's the best regression story of all. I've read more than I'd care to tell you. The regression manhwa. That was the really good one. The really good one. If you were only going to read one regression story, Chelsea Saves the World. Yeah. That would be the one. Let's see. Okay. Well. Not really the same. Not really a regression story, more of a Groundhog's Day story. Shit, that would be a massive spoiler. Now I can't tell you the name of it. Damn. I was going to recommend something, but the fact that it's a Groundhog's Day scenario is a major spoiler, because it takes you a long time to realize that's what's going on. Drat. Oh well. I've recommended tons of novels and things today, and I can always recommend a ton more. But we'll call it here. Oh man. I'm gonna need to sleep. Tomorrow and the day after is Factorio Space Age. I think tomorrow, I don't know if I'll finish it, but maybe I will. I think we might actually put together the whole of the bioplanet. We might actually finish it tomorrow. It should all come together finally. Then we can research and go to a new planet. Oh. Alright then. Until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Good night.